Hey everybody, we're going to need a stopwatch. If you don't have a watch or can't use your phone because you're watching this video on that device, grab another device. You can find a stopwatch online. We're going to need a chair or a stool or a small counter that's low enough to the ground that you can squat onto it. We're going to need a bottle of water and a towel. We're going to start off today in a T-spine rotation exercise. So we're going to start off on all fours, nice and wide knees here. I want you to take your right elbow, bring it to the center line. Take the other hand behind your back as such. I want you to create a little traction on the floor toward your hips with that elbow. And we're going to look around to the ceiling before we move the back and shoulder. And I'm going to rotate that shoulder up to the ceiling and back down. I'm going to lead with the head and let the shoulder follow. I'm making sure not to press up off the ground, but I'm keeping it tight on this horizontal plane, not moving vertically. So I'm rotating back and forth here. You're going to do 1.5 minutes total, or 45 seconds on each side. Rotating through the back. A lot of us lack T-spine rotational capacity, so I want you guys to make sure you're hitting this well, observing any discrepancies between each shoulder. Go ahead and move on after you do 1.5 minutes total of that exercise, 45 seconds to each side, into dead bug. So I should use my mat. So we're going to start on our back, feeling contact points from the spine of the scapula or the top of your scapula all the way down to your tailbone. We lift the feet up. We're going to be here for 1.5 minutes. Deep breath in through your belly. Now you can do this with the shoulders and head down, or you can do it with a little bit of thoracic flexion, lifting the shoulders and neck. I've got a little bit of abduction or width in my hips and my toes are pointed to the ceiling. I can do a lot of variations here to make this difficult over the course of 1.5 minutes. I can do an opposite arm and leg extension, trying to keep my spine the same shape. If you feel cracking or popping in your hip, I want you to take deep breaths into your abdomen as you extend. Exhale as you come back together. You can do both arms and legs, right? We could do a rotation. Any of these are welcome. We've got a 3-minute warm-up here, T-spine rotations in your dead bugs. I'm showing you all sorts of variations here, right? If you have bands or weights, you can hold the weight over your head as you do this, close to the ground, or you can have a band hooked up in any direction just to provide resistance. Otherwise, you should be fine doing this as a bodyweight exercise. So guys, we're gonna start off our circuit with a set of high knees for 30 seconds. Here we go. Set your hands in place. I like to drag my knees out to the sides a little bit. Remember to keep breathing while you're moving. Let's go for 15 more seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a break. I want you to go ahead and come into a single leg hop, 20 seconds per leg and 2 times per leg. So we're going to start on the right leg, clock starting. "20 seconds per leg. Stay with me. That's 10. Hopping back and forth. Let your arms swing loosely. If this exercise is too difficult for you, you either do smaller hops, that's 20 second switch, or you can do in place hops, right? But we're just bouncing along here. You can go kind of diagonal. Guys, do less than you need to do, right? We're going to be doing this again. 3, 2, 1. Switch, So we're just kind of hopping back and forth here. Notice I'm just playing around. I'm going diagonal, let your body be loose. 50 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last switch here. 20 seconds on this leg. Just hopping around. Warming your body up a bit. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And let's go ahead and come into a reverse lunge. So we're moving into the second portion of our circuit here. We're going to do a reverse lunge for 30 seconds on each leg, twice. So starting with my right leg forward, stepping back with the left leg. Clock starting. Okay, so guys, if you're exhausted right now already, or you're feeling like this is going to really work you out hard, I want you to kind of step it back a little bit here, maybe not doing as many reps as I am, but of course you're welcome to stay with me. You can always add weight, get creative. That's 30 seconds. Switch legs, I'm just stepping back. I'm leaving that knee in place here, right guys? I'm not letting it incidentally go forward. Of course, dorsiflexion at the ankle is fine, but I want you to have a deliberate path that you're trying to travel along. We want to feel this in that glute more than we feel it in the hamstring of the front leg. 4, 3, 2, 1, switch. So we're here for 2 minutes total, 30 seconds on each leg. Like I said, add weight if you want to make it more difficult. Slow down, reduce the intensity if you want to make it easier. If you want to make it much easier, maybe just a little hinge and a tap is fine. Just a little hinge and a tap. 10 seconds left. We're moving through that lunge though. Emphasis is on the posterior side of that hip. 2, 1, switch sides. Think about pulling yourself through, not so much pushing off this back foot, okay? Push through the floor to stand up. Push through the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going down into bird dog. We've got 5-second holds in the most difficult position you can be in. So I'm going to show you a quick series of progressions and regressions. So bird dog is normally done on a hand and a knee, like this, right? If that's where you're at for this exercise, maybe you're having trouble balancing a little bit, feel free to be on the hand and the knee. All right, 5-second holds there is plenty. The version we're going to do is going to be more difficult for those of you crazy people who work out at PTF. You guys are in great shape. So here's what I challenge you. I want you to lift and hold. So I'm on a hand and a foot. 3, 2, 1, switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 more to each side. 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one to each side. 3, 2, 1. Other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome work, everybody. If you want to make that harder in the following rounds here, you can go 5-second hold, throw in a push-up, do the other side, but that's next level if you're doing that. From here, guys, grab some water, take 30 seconds before you jump into this next exercise. And to hold you to that, I'm going to set the timer for another 20. Take some deep breaths. Make sure that you've got more to give. You're running through the circuit portion of this 2 to 3 times if you really want to kick your butt. So you can re-listen to this. So guys, from that bird dog hold, we're gonna go into our plank walkout. So here we go, we've got 60 seconds, clock starting in 3, 2, 1, 60 seconds. Walking out to the sides, trying not to swivel the body as we do that. Keep it tight. You can glide your hands out. Get closer to the floor. This is like an ab roller without the ab roller, right? Whew. I've refilmed this exercise a couple times now. And it's getting hard. So guys, remember, take breaks as you need them. You can also do this exercise on the knees. Take a pleasant moment to show you this regression. We've got another 12 seconds. Walking it all the way out. Hold it. Let's hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. And let's take a pause right there. All right, you guys, so we're gonna do a eccentric squat following that plank walkout. We're gonna do this for 45 seconds per leg, starting now. So stand on one side, trying to keep this leg up off the ground, reach your hips back, try not to generate too much momentum. This is to train the eccentric portion of that squat. Letting the knee travel forward here is okay, as long as you are in control. And we want to make sure that we keep the heel down. So we're at about 30 seconds right now, 15 more seconds left. If you want another cue to work on, you can work on keeping your big toe planted. 3, 2, 1, switch sides, other leg, go ahead, right into it here. So keeping this leg up off the ground, trying to set yourself down lightly. If you find that you're smacking down or having to create a lot of momentum in this exercise, lift up your seat, find a higher surface to sit toward. Good, keep going. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, you guys, for your cool down here, we're gonna need a belt, or in my case, I've got a dog leash. Should work just fine. Anything that you can kind of control the tightness on. I'm gonna use this because I don't have a chair in the basement of the house. But what we're gonna do here, we're gonna scoot our butt up nice and close to the chair, and we're going to let our legs relax. We want, ideally, you can see I'm not quite at a 90-degree angle here. Ideally, I'd want a chair that would hold my knees here. This should work though if you don't have anything else. Go ahead and take a leash, in my case, or a belt. We're gonna tie it so that, just on top of the knees here, so that your legs are in a nice neutral position. They're not falling out to the sides, and they're not squeezed in together all the way. I'm gonna tie this off right about here. And guys, this is a little non-traditional cool down, but we're literally gonna enter into the parasympathetic state here. So I want you to just totally relax. Again, we're looking for that nice 90-degree angle, not exactly the best example here. But we're taking deep breaths into our front of our abdomen and into our low back. So I know a lot of you guys are kind of stressed out right now about everything going on, as am I. And I'm trying to keep my cool. Instead of just stretching the muscles that we just worked, let's let the body just enter into a totally relaxed state. You can see my belly lift on my inhale. Exhale, let it relax. Let the breath be easy. You're not putting in a ton of effort. Trying to let that chest from rising and falling. We do not want that. As you continue breathing here in this position, we feel the legs get heavier onto the chair. They're fully relaxed into your belt or leash, string, whatever you're using. And I want you to go ahead and set a timer. The video is going to end here in a minute. And set a timer for another 15 to 20 minutes of just relaxing here. Take some time, close the door, turn your phone off, and get into a parasympathetic state. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Good job completing our first video workout together, and I'll see you in the next video.